This is calcium carbide, and we're gonna be using it to make some acetylene. The first thing that we have to do is put a small piece of it into a flask. To this flask, we'll now attach an addition funnel and a hose adapter. Now that the first part of the setup is done, we'll move it to the side. The next thing we'll need is a water displacement setup, which we'll use to capture acetylene. All that we have to do now is carefully open the valve. What's actually happening here is that the calcium carbide is reacting with the water, forming some calcium hydroxide and acetylene gas. We can already see that something is coming over at the end of the hose, however it's mostly just air that's being displaced from the flask. After a while, the stuff that's coming over should be relatively pure, and we can now start collecting it into the test tube. Now that the test tube is filled, we can try lighting it on fire. All this black stuff is just some carbon, and it's there because there was very little oxygen present in the test tube while the acetylene was burning. After that, I wanted to do it again, but on a larger scale, so I decided to fill up this measuring cylinder. This time, however, it burned much quicker and didn't leave behind any of the carbon. This happened because a bunch of air got in before I was able to set it on fire. Finally, to actually prove that we made some acetylene, I quickly filled another test tube and added a little bit of iodine water. We can see that the iodine has an orange color, however, after shaking the test tube for a while, it turns almost clear. What happened here was that the acetylene reacted with the iodine, forming some diiodoethene.